Rock. More bad news for Chrisean Rock. The chances that Chrisean Rock is in a jail cell by the end of the year is very high. Chrisean Rock is absolutely cooked. So TMZ reached out to law enforcement after rumors began to circulate that Chrisean Rock was involved in the death of her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie. So the law enforcement official gave TMZ an answer. Now, that answer from my perspective is not good for Chrisean Rock, but we'll get there, okay? Let's just first address why people believe that Chrisean Rock is involved in Ronnie's murder.
In the next 4 to 6 weeks, God willing, Chrisean is going to be required to do a court-ordered paternity test. And once we get this paternity test, we shall have more.
Right here, Junior right here. You weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong?
You weird as shit. Nobody stalking you. That's my son. That's my son. That's my son. What you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm calling the car.
I don't give a call him. Nobody touch you. Call him. Yeah.
Go. Calling the car.
Police ass. You a police ass. You a police ass.
Who was following her from state to state trying to get a paternity order because he was convinced that that was his son and that she was trying to pin his baby on Blueface and ice him out. Now, he was shot and killed a week before the last court date that would require Chrisean Rock to give him a DNA test, right? Now, here's the thing. Her sister did, the Jason Lee interview where the sister says, she implied that Chrisean Rock did this, right? She implied that Ronnie was shot and killed to avoid the paternity test, right? And other people have came and spoke out. Blueface have came and spoke out and says that he don't trust Chrisean Rock. She's a backdoor artist. But here's the thing. Chrisean Rock has confessed to a lot of people in this industry that she did this.
Chrisean Rock just got tied into 3 murders, right? And honestly, I wanted to verify some information before I said it, and it actually came out to be true that she's tied into these murders. So one of the first murders that everybody was talking about was the man that said that he was the baby dad, right, to her child. Next thing you know, buddy's gone. So from there, we were seeing a lot of reports. What I really found was like mad sketchy and fishy was the fact that she came online, I think with her sister, and said she's moving out the country, right? All happy and giddy about it. And I was like, moving out the country? I know, you've been through a lot, but moving out the country is a little crazy. Until they started putting 2 and 2 together, that's when I was like, wow, okay. Fam, I'm hearing supposedly, she was selling that. And one of her friends helped her out getting rid of a pimp or whatever he is, right? And the second murder, we didn't know too much about it. And whenever I get some information, I'm going to make another video so I can give a nice update about it.
More bad news for Chrisean Rock. The chances that Chrisean Rock
has to be, I hate to say devil advocate, but one thing about her sister, it's hard to take her word serious because one thing about their whole little family, they do things for clicks. It's sad to say they have a real weird relationship, and it's the same woman that's saying that, but this same woman is the same woman that Chrisean claimed did something to her when she was a little girl. So who knows? Her intention could be to mess up her image, but also her intentions, or she could know something that we don't. Now, if people haven't said if he was in the streets too much, I don't know. I did go do my research a little bit and see that he had a mug shot or something from some back in the day, but people just find it suspicious how right before they was going to take their paternity test, he lost his life. Now, I don't really think Chrisean has the IQ enough to have somebody knocked off, whatever, but like I said, it makes the situation bad because Blueface, somebody that she keeps trying to say that baby is his, that he's publicly denouncing, went on to say that, she's known for setting up people, kind of insinuate that, she might have had her hands in it.
He said that he called her, they were in contact before this happened. That's the only red flag I could see. Somebody comes out and says, hey, before this person died, they called me. And this and that, that's just kind of like,
Well, because you said she's a setup artist, so
that's what from my knowledge, yeah, she's known to give addresses and do things in the spur of the moment, be very impulsive. That's from my knowledge. Now, as far as him calling her and then talking the night he died,
Now, I'm going to be real, bro. One thing we all know, what's done in the dark, it's going to always come through the light.
Bro, what do you mean Chrisean Rock is going to jail, dog? I saw it coming, but
the reason is crazy, bro. So I guess Shorty had a baby recently, right? And there was a problem because Blueface.
Man said he's seeing it coming. Well, anyway, welcome on into another episode of the Gossip Galore News, and today we're talking about Chrisean Rock. Now, Chrisean Rock, to me, she has been in the gym. She's been boxing. She won her last match. She turned her life over to God, XYZ. All she talk about is Yahweh and everything else. Now, remember, these are all allegations. We don't know these things to actually be facts, so we are speculating here. I'm going to say these are allegations. Now, she used to deal with Blueface. If y'all don't know Blueface, he's an entertainer. He does music, but he also does live streaming now. Blueface, you know, though it was a lot of acting in their scene, Blueface already said she's the type, she's a backdoorian. She's the type to backdoor you, drop your addy, XYZ. Blueface admitted to that. So that's one characteristic flaw that I see with Chrisean Rock. 9 times out of 10, when people base their life all around religion and everything else, not down in religion or anything else, not down in God, but 9 times out of 10, either they did something they need forgiveness for, or it could be guilty conscience or anything along that nature. Now, as far as her girlfriend letting the world know that Chrisean Rock is moving, last time I checked, Chrisean Rock actually posted that on a social media platform that she was going to move. Now she's obviously being investigated for a so-called murder. Well, not so-called, because her ex or someone she used to deal with ended up dying. She didn't show any type of remorse or any type of emotions towards the person that ended up dying. This is why, to me, she's getting the backlash and the ridicule, right? But, you know, maybe they wasn't on good terms. We don't know the back end information on, well, maybe he was stalking her and trying to clout chase and everything else. That's one angle. But when I look at the child, if you got Blueface saying that that's not his child, and when I look at the child, right? But we don't know, because DNA, people going to look like. But if you don't have them DNAs, results, then we can all be guessing. But the child do kind of favor more Ronnie than he does Blueface. That's just my opinion. Just looking at the child, that's just my opinion. Now, is this a stunt maybe for more attention? Her sisters is basically dry snitching, saying that, hey, y'all know that my sister, she really cuckoo, and they don't believe in coincidences. Before the test, the court order test, Ronnie ended up dying. So will that secret die with Chrisean to say, hey, well, he's really the baby's father. It wasn't Blueface. Blueface been stated, and he came out online stating that he been knew that the child wasn't his, but at the end of the day, they had a business, they had contracts together, so he just wanted to drag out the storyline so people can click and view. They understand how the internet works. But leave y'all thoughts down below. What y'all think? Do y'all think that she really knocked this man off? She really paid for it? Will it catch up to her if she did? And remember, these are all allegations. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, show me some love, hype the video up, help me get to 10,000 subs. I appreciate it. Let's go.
He kept saying, hey, this baby ain't mine. And she's like, well, who else will I be with? Boom.